Greetings, everyone, and welcome to Module 5 of EDU 605, Testing and Assessment. Anita Stewart McCafferty here from the Ed Leadership faculty at the University of Southern Maine. So I want to welcome you to this week's work and to congratulate you because you're more than halfway through this accelerated course, so good for you. During this week, we're really going to focus on performance assessment and personal communication as an assessment approach. And our guiding questions are as follows. What is the value of performance assessments, where you're really looking at skills and tangible products? What kinds of achievement targets are a good match for performance and/or for personal communication assessment approaches? And how can teachers use performance assessment and/or personal communication to accurately assess various achievement targets? We have 3 module objectives for this week. One is that you'll be able to understand and apply the characteristics of high quality performance and personal communication assessment tasks and scoring rubrics or guides, and that you'll be able to audit and revise performance and assessment tasks and scoring guides for future use. And the third objective is that you'll be able to use information from performance and personal communication assessments diagnostically to plan further instruction. So during this week's module, as I mentioned, we're going to focus on 2 types or 2 approaches to assessment. The first is performance assessment, and it's really the best match of an assessment type which can provide realistic and relevant opportunities for students to demonstrate achievement of skills learning targets for performances of a whole wide variety, such as dance or music, drama, scientific, makerspace products, etc. Performance assessments are likely to be an assemblages of knowledge, reasoning, as well as skills. Performance assessments require more time and preparation, certainly, than scoring for a selected response approach, but there are numerous ways to involve students in the task creation process. While performance assessment represents authentic and realistic assessment, the quality of the work really depends on the connections with knowledge and reasoning. The other approach to assessment that we're going to look at this week is personal communication. So with personal communication assessment, we use our interactions with students to assess important achievement targets, including knowledge, mastery, reasoning, proficiencies, and the mastery of certain communication-based skills. We also can assess student mastery of knowledge and reasoning prerequisites to performance skills and product development. But remember, in order to tap the skills and products themselves, performance assessment is required. We have 5 personal communication options at our disposal: instructional questions and answers, class discussions, conferences and interviews, oral exams, and journals and logs. During this module, you will be invited to watch a briefing that was done in 2018 in the Senate chambers, and it was on performance assessment. So it's a performance assessment brief, an opportunity to advance educational equity and transform teaching and learning. It's a little bit of a different type of video this week, extremely, I think, important and essential to understanding the larger picture of how performance assessments can fit into school policy and practice. The Learning Policy Institute helped to put that on, so you'll see Linda Darling-Hammond and a number of others talking to those that were there that day in the Senate. You will also be asked to read chapters 7 and 8 of the Classroom Assessment for Student Learning, the Castle book by Chapuis and Stiggins, and to complete learning activities 7.3, 7.5, or 7.6, and to prepare a written reflection. So the learning activities for this week that I'm going to ask for you to submit are really around performance assessment tasks and then rubrics and thinking about making sure that there's quality tasks and a quality rubric or scoring guide that attaches to those performance assessments. And then you will be engaged in a discussion board where you're going to look at both performance and personal communication tasks, and then the way that we give feedback and how useful that feedback is to students as they're engaging in these tasks or in the personal communication approaches to learning about how much they know and what they're able to do. I hope you enjoy this further delve into performance tasks as an assessment approach, and also to build upon the work that we began doing during Module 4 around personal communication. In Module 4, we looked at questioning strategies and then thinking about classroom discussion. And so in this module, we really delve more deeply into the use of those as well as other personal communication strategies as an approach to assessing students. Enjoy this module,